What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Bearcat Den. My name is Michael, and I'm here with. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Bearcat Den. My name is Michael, and I'm here with.
Ashanti.
And
Hello.
What's up, I'm Matthew?
and today we're going to just be discussing MLB stuff, just considering like it's a fast turnaround from spring break, and I think that we missed a lot in the MLB season so far.
I feel like we did.
Yeah, considering
We
like we
missed
had
a
the week
lot.
off.
I feel like in sports entirely.
Yeah, but that's a conversation for a different day. But let's just jump right into it, being the Mets and the Yankees. Starting off with the Mets, shockingly, the Mets are tied for the best record in the league, along with the
Yes.
Dodgers and the Padres,
And
which is
also
very
the
surprising.
best start we had since like not 2015. I think it's further than 2015.
Because of their pitching.
Yeah,
Our pitching is really good. We have the best team
Best ERA.
Yeah,
team
ERA.
ERA.
We're
We're under 3.
Isn't it 3-4?
No,
I
we're
think
like
it's
20. We're 2. We're
2.7,
2.75. 275.
What was what's the Japanese guy with the S?
Kota Senga.
Senga.
Yeah, he's really good.
He is
I
really
think
good.
19 scoreless innings.
Yeah, I feel like he's finally. We talked about this when he was signed.
Yeah. Oh my God, that felt
This
like
was so long
that
ago.
That felt like ages ago.
Yeah, we talked about this when he was signed. That
Yeah.
it was gonna take a while for him to finally like lock in because his first, this is his second year or third year. He's still new.
Something like that.
Still new. We knew that it was gonna take him a while to adjust, especially because of time zones, different teams, and he was struggling.
And plus, also injury didn't help him in
Yeah.
any favors
No,
whatsoever.
not at
when he
all.
started, because when Senga was starting to heat up, like
He got
he would
injured.
get hurt.
He got
like
hurt.
whether it's his elbow or like
Yeah.
his hamstring.
So
Whatever
he's
it is.
finally now, portraying what the Mets wanted him to portray when we signed him. And I say him healthy is really, really good. And mind you, we're in a 7-0. We're a 7-game winning streak. I believe.
Like
The Yankees,
from traveling
I
the
think
other
they
day.
played 28 games in 1 month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, the Mets
traveling.
had the Mets.
Yeah.
The Mets also had their fares the same way because, mind you, they don't schedule both both Mets and Yankee games at the same time.
Exactly.
For obvious reasons, like
It's a money grab.
it's a money
That's
grab,
exactly what it is.
and then you also I don't think the Nets and Knicks play at the same time unless
Sometimes
they're facing each other. That's the
I
only time
think-
I remember them
I think
being the same time.
I think that they play the same. They would play the same day, but not at the same time. Like the Knicks would have like a 4 o'clock game, and the Nets would have like say have a 7, depending on which side of the coast they are on.
Yeah, we all know when that afternoon game hit, that 1:10 game hit, it's over. We know they're about to go travel.
Yeah.
Like Yankees and Mets don't play till Friday, so tomorrow. So they have
Yo,
a
that's
rest.
crazy.
They have a rest today. Well, technically travel
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah.
The Yankees play Toronto Blue Jays,
I'll be there.
and
Should be
we and the Mets play the Washington Nationals. We're away, Yankees home.
Yes.
Hockey jersey night in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Isn't it who jersey who?
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's
Does it
just,
say
I
a
think-
name, or is it
no,
just
I think
like
it's
a
just
jersey?
general,
I know the
like a
Mets.
general like hockey jersey.
I know the Mets gave the. I'm so mad. I didn't get it. It's the hoodie jersey of Brandon Nimmo.
Yes.
And I'm so mad because I really liked it. Because I'm like, when it gets colder.
Yeah, it's something that you can wear.
Exactly. Because
Like, during the
I'd be
winter months.
wearing my jersey with like long sleeves under it
Yeah.
because it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think
now
the
it's
Yankees
warming
have
up.
a problem giving away like actual baseball gear.
Yeah.
I feel like
they
you guys
lose-
never give out.
Yeah, like a Yankees baseball jersey. It's either a basketball jersey or a hockey
Yeah.
jersey.
Yeah.
See-
For the Mets, we are doing actual player jerseys. Like
So-
we have the camo.
Yeah.
We're having camo. We're having, I think it's called a Senga replica jersey that's that we have coming soon.
See, I remember.
Hello Kitty night.
All right, that's kind of a stretch, but
It's Mets marketing.
exactly.
It's good marketing. I already got my ticket for that game. What you yapping about? If I
But-
don't get my Hello Kitty, I am gonna be mad.
But I think the reason why like the Yankees don't like promote their like jerseys and like giveaways is because like again it's the Yankees. There's a lot of money to be made, and they feel like that revenue wouldn't be as high as it would be if they gave away, let's say, like replica jerseys of like, let's say,
But they just don't
Judge.
They don't give.
Too prestigious to be giving away actual baseball gear.
Yeah.
Like leave that to like the B team.
That's a
You
good
know?
idea.
Really?
I
I
like
hate
I like
that.
what you're saying. I like what you're saying.
I kind of like it as like a fan, and you have an opportunity to get like a jersey. Like for example, I got
I like the bobbleheads.
the bobbleheads.
Yo,
I
Those are
love
the
the
best.
yo,
bobbleheads.
Those are the
Seinfeld
best.
night's insane.
I love the
Those are the best.
bobbleheads.
Baseball is just really fun in general.
Yeah, they were just.
I know the Yankees doing a Seinfeld night too. I think with Costanza with the as the bobblehead.
I know we're
Yeah.
having somebody on like it was said,
I know the Mets are also doing a
Yeah,
Seinfeld night too.
we are.
So.
and I don't know when they retire David Wright jersey. They still not have announced a date, which is kind of surprising because by this point I think it would have already should have been out.
I think it'd probably be like around like the All-Star break, in a sense.
No,
Maybe.
it wouldn't even be All-Star break.
No, like around that time.
Oh, like before All-Star break.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's like what in September? No,
No, that'd be like
August.
Like July, August, I think. But, like,
Usually in August,
yeah.
somewhere August or maybe late July, if I'm correct.
Like literally the only thing that like, so I went to my few fair share of Met games, and like the only like thing I really like got from them was, unfortunately, was the Mike Piazza jersey replica. Yeah, I have that. I have the
Cuff it
replica in the
over.
white. No, I'm
If
keeping.
I go to a game
I'm
for the
keeping it.
Yankees and I give you something in return,
Wait,
Let's
what's
see.
the point of going to a Mets game as a Yankee fan?
Well, it's because
I
like,
go
it
to
happens
I go to
all
the
the- it
I go to
happens
the
all the
Yan-
time.
I go to the
Okay,
Yankee
so-
game as a Mets fan.
okay. So the reason why I go to
Just
some
taboo?
Mets games,
We would talk about our opinions. That might go
the
first.
only reason why I go to some Mets games is because majority, if not all of my friends are Mets fans, and I want to go to a baseball game. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll bite the bullet and go,
Yeah.
and I'll root for the other team. And I've been pretty flawless.
Crazy.
I've been pretty flawless.
Lost me a root for the other team.
I've been pretty flawless over there, man. I really have.
I don't blame
legit,
him.
Like
I do
legit,
the
my friends
same.
tell me, yeah, stay home. Because my last Met game that I went to was when Yu Darvish pitched against Scherzer, and
Oh, that was a while
Yeah.
ago.
and like literally two of the
Great.
greatest pitchers of the generation. Like witnessing both of them, yeah, fine, but like obviously I'm rooting for the other team, unfortunately,
I do the same thing.
and I'm pretty flawless so far.
I do the same thing.
I think
Bad
Mets are-
luck charm.
I think the Mets are like 0-4 when I went. I would go.
Stay your ass home. Anyways, I do the same thing when I go to the Yankees. I always just go for the opposite team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go for the Yankees unless
Do you wear a
It's-
Mets jersey?
no. I'm not one of those people who
Nah,
wear
see,
the like. I don't find that like
See, that's a dick move.
that is a very dick
They
move.
get,
Like
like,
you're in a
cursed out.
Yankee game,
Yeah.
and why are you wearing a Mets
Nah,
jersey?
like if I'm going to the opposite team stadium, I'm not gonna wear like a Yankee jersey or a Yankee hat.
like
no.
like my cousin had a Yankee hat, and he
Yeah.
was like, "You want to wear it?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah,
And it's
no.
just because I rather wear normal clothes than wear
Yeah,
like,
agreed.
rep out in merch. But to actually talk about the series,
Yeah.
that-
We
the
got
amount of series that
we-
have happened so far.
we got so sidetracked
We
with like
missed-
giveaways and shit.
Yeah, we haven't talked about 2 series, or is it 3? Has it been 3?
I feel like it has.
Phillies, Cardinals for the Mets. I think it has been 3.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Listen, all I'm going to say is
We're
play
students.
a good team. Play a team that has
You're
a
gonna-
positive
Okay, wait.
record.
That was the first time they swept the Cardinals since 2008. I think.
Yes. It's first time,
Cardinals
and
aren't that good,
Lindor
so-
went crazy.
Oh, yeah,
Lindor has
Lindor is
been.
him.
Lindor is one of those players that are
Nah,
hot.
listen,
Our team is a good
listen,
team,
I
and
must
with
admit-
people struggling and with people still on the injured list.
Yeah. Listen.
I feel like people healthy and people not in slumps because Soto's still in the slump.
yeah.
We have Jesse Winker still in the slump. We have a good amount of people still in slumps. Imagine not in slumps and having
Nah, like
Sean Manaea
yeah.
come back. He
Mhm.
did amazing on the mound for us.
Yeah. Like I feel like that when Lindor hit the walk off, like obviously a walk off is fucking great. Like
First,
no matter what team,
first
listen,
home
no
run
matter
walk
what,
off as a Met
yeah,
too.
like no matter what team it is, it's always awesome to see like a walk off happen. Like it's fucking sick.
And with his walk up song,
Hold on, except if it's like against like your favorite team, that's a different story.
is a
But
different story.
Were they down
But-
or is it tied?
No,
Um,
I think they were down. I want to say, because it wasn't a 2-run shot.
They were man on base.
well, there were men. It gets weird by that point. Like you got to figure it out. I have to look at it real quick.
If it was tied, it counts kind of less.
Yeah, that's what.
But if they're actually
I mean,
like down 2 outs,
Yeah, I mean,
Wait,
listen,
Wait, but when was that game? Wait, I gotta go
that
back.
game was on.
It had to be on like a Saturday of last.
No, it was during. Actually, I think it was. It was either Friday or Saturday night.
Hold up, I'm bringing up their shit right now.
The Phillies?
No, we
No.
didn't. We walked off with the Phillies too, but
But the
it was
shot
a
at
different
Lindor,
way.
yeah, that was something else.
But Lindor's walk-up song, I feel like, is such a crowd pleaser, and everybody. I've been there when everybody sings it. It's so great.
I mean, yeah, it's a
And
classic
then
song.
it's a
What do you
classic
expect?
song, and on top of that, because after his song ends, the fans are still singing. So when he is batting,
Mhm.
and he just hit that home, everybody's still singing the fucking song.
Like
No,
it's,
yeah.
like the first pitch.
Yeah,
It's
it was
just, like,
first pitch.
Exactly.
It was beautiful. I wish I was there. I feel like I say that a lot.
my-
Guys, I promise I have free time.
Like-
Michael does not hold me hostage.
I know my friends were there at that game when he hit the walk off.
I feel like that's like a great game. I know Starling Marte hit the walk-off yesterday.
Yes.
That was a really good game. Pitching on both teams were dominant as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see it on the scores. So it was 5-4, 5-1, 4-3.
Okay.
Like we won, but it wasn't tremendous. And I always say low win games mean better
You mean,
pitching.
Like low scores?
Like low scores,
Yeah.
more like pitching was dominant.
I prefer watching pitching battles in person.
Yeah.
On TV,
I
it's
do
kinda
too.
boring.
I will say yet again, and I know as a Puerto Rican, this is gonna sound weird, but I don't like Edwin Diaz going past like the ninth.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did give up. We were for that 5-4 game. It was 5-1. It was 5-1
That's crazy.
when he was on the mound. He gave up a 3-run. It was either 3-run home run or 2-run home run.
In the 8th or 9th.
Typical
In
typical
the-
Mets.
I believe it was like the 9th, 10th, somewhere around that.
Well,
Somewhere around there. It was like very late of the game, and I was just so mad because I'm like, and then he got injured yesterday, and I was kind of low key happy that he
what
got
happened?
out.
Wow.
It was his.
Mets fans.
I know, right? Yo, and they talk about the
It
Yankee
was-
fans with like
It
wishing
was,
and hoping him
it was
praying down
just
for injury.
it was
bro.
something
Judge
with
does
his.
suck, though.
It was just something with his.
That's facts.
I believe it was his leg.
Oh, wow.
Like
So
he had a
he's fine.
bonk. He bonked a pitch, and that's when the runner got
Mhm.
second. But it was something with his leg. Nothing serious. Like he even came out and said nothing serious. Hence why I said that. If it was
Yeah.
serious, it would have been a different story. But overall, that game was really good. Overall, Mets have been surprisingly, as a Mets fan, not metting too much. We have been metting,
So-
but not too much. And our record is 18-7.
So like as I'm looking like through their games that they've actually like won,
Yeah.
or like their schedule so far that they have played, like
Look up strength of schedule.
We
MLB
MLB
played.
strength of schedule.
like just like based off like the eyeball check, like the first few series was Houston,
Yes.
Miami, Toronto, Miami again,
The
Athletics, Twins, Cardinals, Phillies. Don't they all have negative records?
When you're going against the Phillies, no, because we were, I believe, before the Philly series,
Bes-
we were
Like outside of the Phillies.
outside
I'm
of the
saying.
Phillies.
Outside of the Phillies, I think every single team had a negative record.
Well,
And like now you're coming into the Nationals who have another negative record, and then Arizona
okay.
the
This
season
goes,
after, who's the only positive record as of right now. And
All right, wait.
Okay.
Hold up.
But then this goes into another. This could go into this. Everybody says the Yankees play
hold on, by the way,
easy games.
by the way,
This-
$9 tickets
For what?
For Mets games are like so cheap.
It's
right
like,
now.
but it's standing tickets.
on the 28th.
On the 28th is standing tickets.
Wait,
It's
but-
all usually in the standing area.
I found this
I paid
website
10.
that says unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
it says the Yankees have had so far the fourth easiest schedule.
You see.
Who has
And
the easiest?
Mets, the easiest is Detroit.
Wait.
But and then it says that the Mets have had the ninth hardest schedule.
So don't talk my shit.
So no, but the
Thank
thing,
you, Matthew, for
No, but
logistics.
Oh wait.
Yeah, we go Washington, Arizona, St. Louis, Arizona, Cubs, Pittsburghs. Then we're gonna whip
The
your
Yankees.
ass, and then we're gonna sweep your
Like-
guys'
like,
asses
I-
yet again in Subway Series.
I don't know why. Like,
Where is it?
May 16, 17, 18. So
No,
we
in Queens.
it's
or
in the Bronx.
Okay. Easy. though.
no, it might
Facts.
not.
Yeah, it says,
The
it
Dodgers
says
are
at
coming
Yankee
to
Stadium.
town
Oh,
Yeah.
next month.
But like the thing is
I'm
that
gonna go to it when
like
it's in the
legit,
Meds.
shit,
Sorry.
like,
Dodger game.
like listen, I'm not trying to be like a negative Nancy here, but like from now until like May 14th, like it's all bottom of the barrel teams in the MLB outside of the Phillies. I'm sorry, like I'm not. Listen,
I will always say
listen,
a team,
but-
no matter how their record portrays,
They did just sweep the Phillies.
What?
They did just sweep the.
we
Wait,
really
did
did.
they?
Yes, we sweep the
No,
Phillies.
that's why I said
with
besides.
a healthy
that's why
Philly team.
that's why I said besides the Phillies. I mean, you almost choked it twice, which.
Well,
But
with fucking,
exactly.
yeah, with the Diaz situation I just
exactly.
yapped about, but
But again,
that's Mets.
like outside of the Phillies series, I don't think that. Well, obviously they're gonna keep on going a hot streak because
yeah,
again, the teams that are up and coming that they're playing, it's not too. It seems
Arizona
like
has a
it
good
seems pretty-
bullpen,
It seems pretty like light,
but
in my
Arizona.
opinion.
I understand what you mean. It might seem like that.
But yeah, like no,
But when
like I
you
do
look
agree.
at it,
Arizona
like,
does have a great bullpen.
Look at it like logistically. If we go logistically into this, obviously we know probably the team on this list that the Mets have played so far. I will say that's bottom of the barrel was the Athletics. Anybody who faced the Athletics, we all know like the Athletics is not really the best. They don't spend. We know that. But like as so far as we played, I say Athletics because Miami, they have a really good bullpen. Their bullpen they were healthy. We were fighting against their bullpen. Toronto, I believe I watched like the first 2 games. But Toronto obviously have good defense. They have the bats.
Yeah.
I will also say you could say that these teams are like bottom of the barrel, but when you think about it, it all becomes how games are played. And for you, it's easy to say because you don't watch the games.
I
But
mean-
as the person who watches them,
No, I watch the games.
Nah,
it's not
Only when I'm there.
only when I'm there. And that was one. Like,
Like
pretty often, I think.
before the Philly series, I was there.
oh, so you was there for
Cardinals.
But like after Pittsburgh, let's go down to the next 4 series after. Wait, 1, 2, 3. The next 6 series after Pittsburgh, you have the Yankees,
you know,
who's on fire.
Boston.
You have Boston, who's also on
I wanna
fire.
watch Yankees Boston.
You have the Dodgers.
I need to see Yankees Boston this year.
You have the Dodgers.
But also
Then-
the
wait, wait,
Boston
hold on.
has been carried by one person.
Duran.
No, well, yeah, Durant, but
it's Bregman, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, Bregman's been on
Bregman
fire for
is
them.
going to get the highest money coming
Yeah.
off of the
What
season.
about Brito, the pitcher?
He's been doing good. Like
He's injured, I think, or is he back?
I think I don't remember. I don't
I
want
like
to say
him.
he's back yet. I
Yeah.
think he's
Good
probably
kid.
still injured.
Hold on. But like, and then after LA, you play the White Sox, and then after that you play the Rockies. Okay, that's kind
Okay,
of
but
that's kind of easy. And then you go back to the Dodgers again.
Okay, but this just proves my point. If anything, this is proving my point, Michael.
How?
Because you're saying, as a person who's just looking at the teams and looking at the scores, it's easy for you to say that
I know
these
that,
games.
but
It's the same way I could say, how the hell you lost to? Hold up, let me bring this shit. Let's bring it up. Hold up. Let me bring this up. Hold up.
20 minutes later.
Shush, Michael.
I mean, listen.
It's not my fault.
Listen,
you know,
I'll admit
I'm
I have
slow.
been watching more of the Mets games. It's because of my grandfather who's a Mets fan, and I like to spend time with him. I sit down and I watch the games with him.
Is he in Brooklyn?
Yeah, I try to watch him. I try to watch them with him like
Obviously, yeah.
pretty often. So like I kind of have a somewhat of a good feel of like what the Mets are doing. But like again, I'm not going to discredit them for like their pitching and like whatever. But
Yeah, they have good pitchers.
yeah,
We have good
It was
pitchers.
it was a
With people injured.
And they have
I
two
think
good
that-
batters.
And
yeah. I
and
think
our
it was a
catchers
surprise.
who fulfilled Francisco Alvarez spots.
Yeah,
have
that's
been
a big
doing
surprise.
tremendously well.
Yeah, they're stepping up big time.
They stepping up a lot. So I see them probably, if anything happens, coming back.
And plus, you guys have Torrens, right?
I believe he's injured.
Luis Torrens?
Is he injured? Hold up. Let me pull up their injury
No,
list.
I thought Torrens played the other night.
So I don't think did he?
Because I know Sanger is
Did
the other
he?
one.
Did Torres play yesterday? I don't know. I did not see Torres yesterday. Well, he came in during extra innings.
Okay, so
That's why I'm, like, thinking,
Okay,
I'm like,
it was
wait.
probably the rest day for Torrens.
Yeah, it probably
Okay.
was. They probably just switched because but
Damn.
after like you pitch a 9, like you pitch a
You
eight,
catch
catch an 8-inning game, you're not going to 9. You're not going to put him through like another 2, maybe more, especially when these are not like your primary catchers.
Mm-hmm.
Like Francisco Alvarez, they do not
Yeah.
change him. They let him
No,
continue.
yeah.
But right now, injured, we have Backburn is still injured. McNeil, Alvarez, they're supposed to come back soon
Yeah.
too. Jose Siri is still out.
Didn't he just get hurt like a week ago?
Who?
Siri?
Yes, he got hurt.
What was that injury?
According to here, it's his leg.
Okay. Ooh. That's
Okay,
not...
according
Oh
to
wait,
here,
didn't
it's
he
his
get
leg.
carted off?
I
Or
believe-
am I thinking of somebody else? None of the Mets, I don't think.
I don't think so. Because you don't see
Oh,
my
no, I'm-
face.
no, I'm-
He got me a little
Oh no,
confused.
I'm thinking of the collision that happened the other night with the first baseman.
And the
Fuck.
Yankees.
No.
What game? Anyways.
Hold on, let me see.
But Edwin Diaz just got on the injury list.
Edwin Diaz.
Edwin Diaz. He just got in it. It says day to day. So,
Hopefully it takes more. Than
Oh, I'm thinking of
good.
Arise.
oh,
Luis Arise colliding into Mike Shilditz. Wait.
oh my God! I know this is gonna not because
I
I
completely
know
forgot.
this is not obviously our New York teams that we're yapping about. But did you see that Trey Turner helped Bryce Harper with his
Oh
his
yeah.
gender reveal?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
I find that
With the
so
bat.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that so cute, and it's a boy.
No, I think that's pretty cool. Like having like
I've
one of
seen
your
it
best
more
buddies.
recently. Like
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
wristbands or stuff like that.
Yeah, like having your best buddy, like one of your best buddies slash like teammates, like help you out with a gender reveal, like bringing out 2 bats and he tapes up both of them to get them ready.
Literally before his first at bat of
Yeah,
the
and then he
series.
hands in the blue one, which is pretty cool.
That's so cute. I
See,
know.
like little things like that, I like with like teams and stuff.
You know, baseball.
Yeah, because again, like at the end of the day,
That
it's more
doesn't
than
happen
baseball.
in other sports.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. I feel like it's sometimes in other sports it's all for
Yeah.
yourself.
I think
Yeah,
that like when
I
it comes to
agree.
things like stuff like that, I think baseball is like the most.
Wholesomeness.
Ye-
I feel like 'cause there's like so many
Yeah,
wholesome
I would say
moments.
classy.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for.
What?
It's
Classy.
yes,
Oh.
it's more classy than like the other sports in my opinion. Because like in basketball, you really can't like do that.
We're gonna give him a
then,
minute,
like,
get him a
yeah,
special ball.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Jokic wears. Jokic.
yeah.
he
He wears
wore,
the
Wears his ring.
his pendant
Yeah.
on his
yeah, on his shoelace.
And then
Yes.
yeah, but there was another gender reveal. I saw it on my Instagram earlier, and it was like a
the
wristband.
The wrist for a
wristband.
fan, I think.
Yeah.
yeah,
That
and that
stuff's cool.
yeah.
Alright. Oh, okay. So going to the Yankees.
Wait, hold on, real quick.
Oh, I
I'm
was
also like really surprised of how Acuna's doing. For the Mets.
Honestly, I'm happy that I
Listen.
know this might sound weird, and I know it might be controversial. I low-key want to keep him in second.
No, I think it's perfectly fine.
I
If he's
wanna keep
playing
him in
solid,
second,
what is his
but-
natural position? Short,
Out.
out. Okay.
Because he plays short, second, and out.
Okay. Like I think that like it's been like a good how do I put it?
It's been a good run with him up.
Yeah, I think that he does deserve like another contract with them. He does deserve to stay, and I do think that like he could possibly be the second baseman of the future for the Mets. To be honest.
Yeah, but then we have this is just because McNeil is also out.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
McNeil
listen.
usually plays second.
No, yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
I mean, listen. If the
Beatty actually
yeah, he stepped up a
he
little
stepped
bit,
up a little. You know, his thumb is not the main
it's not
problem
fixed,
anymore.
but no, but like what I'm saying is that like maybe like especially with the contract that the Squirrel's on,
Mm-hmm.
like I think that you could possibly explore like trade options and like keep Acuna there and like just grow him.
I
Like-
don't think they're gonna do that.
I know, but like still, like this is
I
a
don't
pretty
think
young
our
like
owner is gonna do that.
roster.
Our
And-
roster right now with people
pretty
injured
young.
is pretty young. I think the oldest is Diaz. Is it Diaz? No, Marte. Is it Marte? The oldest on on the team? I believe it's Marte.
How old is Pete?
Shit, get
It's Pete.
I know how old is he?
Pete. I don't think he's like 30.
I think it's Brazoban, 35. Brazoban's 35. Alonso's 30. Jeez, Alonso's 30.
30.
Lindor's 31.
Mm-hmm.
Marte's 36.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marte's the oldest.
Damn. I think it's pretty well balanced between vets and
Vets and like not rookies, but like
I mean, top
Up and
heavy.
coming,
It's
yeah.
top heavy. Like all the good players are old.
yeah. But
They're not really like
yeah.
young good. Is there any like young talent in the Mets that goes like, wow?
Acuna.
I mean I think the last one that actually was like that was probably maybe the Grom at that time.
DeGrom.
DeGrom
DeGrom.
Conforto at the time, but
Yeah.
that's kind of
Before
crazy. to
him?
think of.
Before him,
Curtis Granderson? Or no, not really.
I thought
he got there
before him
kinda
would be
older.
David.
No, I
David
think
Wright?
I believe it would be David.
yeah,
before him.
because I think Granderson came over from the Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. And he was pretty like.
He was pretty
had that
good, but
career.
like
Yeah, he was okay. Same thing with Cano.
Mhm.
Damn, what
I think
throwbacks.
Robinson
That
Cano
was
played
yapping.
for the same team Trevor Bauer played for in Mexico.
Yes,
yeah.
he did.
He was like 40 years old, just hitting dingers.
Hey, we have we have technically that right now in the league with JD Martinez being 40 something years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
years old, still trying to still hitting dingers.
And then like a broken trout
yeah,
too. It's
It's
unfortunate.
like
It's unfortunate.
it's very
Alex
unfortunate.
Ovechkin in hockey.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, don't even get me started with that. He's good. I fucking hate him.
Why?
Oh my
I just don't-
god.
Because all he does, I mean, to go off topic for like a split second, he just sits by the net and just pokes it in. That's all he does.
I mean, yeah, he
That's
does have less
all
points
he
than
does.
Gretzky. But
Listen,
he's a-
I,
Talking about hockey,
listen,
guys.
real quick, I still think Gretzky's the greatest hockey player of all time.
I mean,
And
he is.
yeah, like, but anyway, back to
Back to baseball.
back to
Yankees?
baseball real quick.
Um,
Like,
Yankees are good.
yes,
Yeah,
we're gonna
let's
go
kick it
to-
off to the Yankees
yes,
now.
we're gonna go to
oh
Yankees.
yeah,
We're
Listen.
gonna first start off with who's injured.
there's about a 22 in town. His name is Ben Rice.
After yesterday's game, I do not think so.
After the last 2 weeks, I think so.
After
Yes,
last 2 weeks,
agreed.
batting wise, probably, but
I
defensive
feel
wise,
Fielding?
fielding.
We're talking about Juan Soto?
Yes, we're talking
Fielding?
about Juan Soto who threw
Talking
out
about-
Nick Castellanos yesterday.
I mean, yes, he does have the arm, but his fielding abilities are not there.
When he,
They
when he
actually
gets the
were
ball in his glove,
the last
maybe
two
he can make a
series.
throw.
The last two series, yes, he's struggling with his at bats, but his last two
Really?
series,
Great analysis.
Interesting.
Okay.
okay.
Wasn't that the reason why you signed him, not the fielding?
No, we signed
The
him for
glorified
him.
DH?
No, we got him for his fielding. We needed.
Soto?
It was for position. It wasn't only for. It wasn't only
Soto's
for bat.
Soto's like one of the
You
worst
don't
like
pay
fielders.
750
million
million for
Okay.
A field
fielder
for a
who
glove.
Can't field.
Okay.
He's
Whatever.
more. I thought he was more of the bat guy than
Yeah.
the fielder.
It's
I
because
feel
he's
like
clutch.
Yeah,
He's clutch against on the Yankees.
Yeah.
but
With
He
Judge
carried-
behind him.
listen.
He
He
cared.
he just can't get the Yankees name out of his mouth, man. He just was
Okay,
like,
but have you
he's
seen the
like,
full?
yeah,
Did you
man.
see the full interview?
Yeah, it's different, man, with the Yankees, like behind Judge, stuff like that. And then, of course, Judge
Did you
the class
see the
act.
whole interview
Peter-
though?
Class act of Aaron Judge saying he has another great hitter, one of the best hitters in the league behind
Which
him,
is
being Pete Alonso, which is pretty true right now.
Pete Alonso's on a really
Yes,
good
he's on a very good
streak.
run. But again, like, what a class act by our captain,
There,
Aaron
there
Judge.
go, Captain, my captain. Oh, shush.
Captain America.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, he
Don't
has
bring
been.
Captain America
Yes,
into this. We're not
he
bringing
is
Marvel.
also.
He's
No,
not-
he has also
He's
been named
captain
captain
for
of the USA team
Oh yeah,
in the World
and
Classic.
Lindor
Classic.
has
America.
been captain for Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. They announced it like 3 days later,
A couple. Yeah.
something like that.
No, Lindor was announced first. Then
No, I thought it was Judge
No.
first.
no,
Probably. like,
Lindor was
same
first,
time.
and then Judge was.
Where are the
next.
games being played? Are they playing in? a
They're not
specific
playing
country?
till
No, no, where?
2026, and well, technically
all over?
depending on the pool.
Yeah.
So it's all over the world.
So every pool is like different.
Probably.
Yeah, so like for the Puerto Rico pool, I believe they play some games in Puerto Rico and then they play like other games other places.
But
So we probably won't be able to go. I don't think there's any games in the tri-state area.
Well, you could always watch it.
Yeah, on TV.
I mean, I probably wouldn't doubt that.
If
Considering like Judge is the USA captain, like I could see like a game being played at like Yankee Stadium. At least one game. I
I
like,
kind
that's
of
the only reason why I'm like kind of saying that is because like again, it's the
Then
World
that-
Baseball Classic.
if that's the case, then
like
Doors, Mets, maybe.
Yeah, but
I mean, but it's not USA.
It's not USA. It's
That's
Puerto
that's
Rico.
the whole difference. Yeah.
Don't talk shit.
Like-
Which I was gonna say
It-
about Puerto Rico.
None.
I'm Puerto Rican, so
True.
nothing.
But like
you guys follow the Savannah Bananas?
Oh yeah.
oh, with the big ass glove. Is that what you're gonna talk about?
Their tickets in Yankee Stadium are like $400.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. They're selling out NFL stadiums.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
but like I think that like with back to my point before, like having a USA game being played at Yankee Stadium, like I can definitely see that happening because one, it's one of if not the most iconic baseball stadium in the world.
That was be probably the only game you see me.
I'd say
year in
baseball
Yankee
team.
Stadium.
No, yeah, what?
Baseball team. Stadium, not so much.
I
Yeah,
mean,
stadium's
there's-
not
yeah,
the
the
best.
Wrigley
yes,
Field,
yes,
there's
baseball
other-
The
team,
Mets got best
like, the
field for food.
yeah, and then like also,
Not for media.
Not
That
for
food is bad.
really.
Nah, they make us pay. At other like Prudential Center, MSG, Barclays Center, it's all free. But the
Oh,
Mets
shit.
charge, which is like
I mean,
Like-
I mean, listen, they do charge their own
they need the
employees.
money.
Yeah,
They need to pay.
they also charge their
Juan
own
Soto.
employees for parking too.
Really?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
I had a few friends who used to work in City Field who did security and like ticket sales and other stuff.
Well, then that's different. When it's well, sometimes they do treat different staff differently. And I
no,
know
no,
that.
and like
You're working.
and like yeah, and like other
You shouldn't charge them.
yeah, and like other staff members too. I was told that like yeah, they charge everybody, like even their own like complete staff, which is absolutely wild. But again, like I could definitely see the Yankees hosting a USA game again because
But
it's Aaron
then-
Judge, it's the
but who's-
Yankees,
But who is in
or
who's
like
in
major
their pool?
cities.
It's also depending who's in their pool.
No, yeah, but like
Because
USA.
in the USA pool.
So if it's like Japan,
If it's
Mexico,
Japan and stuff like that, it's gonna be a little bit harder.
yeah, if anything, it'd probably be on the West Coast then with the
Japanese timing.
It might be.
No, no, it'll
it
be
might
on,
end up being in Dodgers.
yeah, it would probably be,
again.
end up being in like in LA. I feel like
Like
because
LA
it's
is
easier
hosting.
access
Yeah,
to like
isn't
Japan.
LA also hosting the Olympics
The USA is the whole US.
Yeah, whole US is
and the World Cup.
yes.
in the World Cup? FIFA, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yay!
yes, yes, yes.
Look, guys,
You're
I know
learning.
something about soccer.
But
Football.
but back to the Yankees, like
It's soccer.
FIFA, Federation of International Football Association.
he is right.
It's not FIFA.
He is
FIFA.
right. It's football.
Soccer.
Anyway-
Yankees.
Yeah. But back to the Yankees, like the one thing that Yankees fans were kind of concerned about towards like the end of the season was like if Judge could be a consistent hitter, considering like
if he could hit the ball in the playoffs, that'd be nice.
yeah. I mean,
He
no.
hasn't done that yet.
Yeah, but also the thing is that like I think the concern really was like, okay, you don't have Soto behind him no more. Like, can he be like the consistent? Can he be a consistent hitter? Like someone who doesn't only hit nukes out of the ballpark, like an actual base hitter. And I do think that like he's really providing that. The other night he
Yeah,
went.
in the regular season.
No, yeah, no, obviously, but
I love how Matthew's like, yeah, in
doesn't
regular
matter.
season, it doesn't matter. He
Literally
doesn't.
doesn't
He
matter.
doesn't produce when he needs to
Nah,
produce.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather have Juan Soto than Aaron
Yeah.
Judge
N-
in the playoffs.
okay.
Is it? Yeah.
Juan Soto is legendary. That home run, when
Oh,
he
the
stared at
walk-off?
when he stared at the Yankees bench, he was like, "Vamos, vamos!"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was amazing.
All right. Anyway,
But-
that guy's-
I mean,
So is
Hold on, what's even-
so is
No,
the
no,
Mets
no.
home
It,
run.
it's
The Mets home
because
run was pretty
we have
legendary
yet
also.
to talk about the Yankees.
I mean, listen, they do wish that they had that type of moment, but they didn't.
No, they did.
Kind-
No, no, I'm talking about the Mets.
The
They
Mets,
did.
we do.
They had a way, in my opinion, the Mets had more fun last playoffs than we did.
Yep.
Cause
We-
bro, like they were down 2-0
And then Pete
in the
Alonso.
wild card game. Like
The-
that
okay,
moment
the
alone,
Alonso walk-off is pretty nuts. I ain't gonna lie.
That moment alone. was just-
Yeah.
Dude, where were you?
What?
Tell us your story when you watched that.
I was in my room doing homework. Ironically,
Shocking.
Like crying?
shocking. No,
Like,
I
you
was
were so
trying.
good.
trying to do my homework.
Uh-huh.
Trying to be a dedicated scholar. I was just been like watching up and down the whole
Okay.
game. Mind you, this is what the third game in the series that it happened.
The last game, right?
The last game in
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
series. So I already watched the other part of the series. So I was like, oh, okay, like I could do homework while watching it. Like if it was like more tighter before, yeah. Obviously I would have been. So I started paying attention. I finished my homework by like 5th inning. Started paying attention, but mind you, was watching it while doing homework. Then my dad came home, ironically. So he came into my room and he was watching it with me. And then he went to his room and I'm just obviously continue watching the game. And I just hear and then I'm watching the game. My brothers are on the phone because they're talking shit because, mind you, the Yankees doesn't play a wild card game. So they're talking shit saying like, the Yankees are already there. Like, you guys are not going to win. Like, look at the score. My dad came back into my room. 3 minutes later, the fucking grand slam happened, and I'm just like I was just like happy as hell because Pete Alonso has been my favorite player on the Mets. I love Pete Alonso. I love Polar Bear. That's like my favorite player.
If he doesn't hit that, he might not be in the Mets right now. Like that home run.
Yeah, like
changed
that
careers.
made him his contract and not even regulate his legacy as a Met.
Is he on a 1 year right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's gonna give me a heart attack next.
I really
already.
feel bad for like what they did with him.
For what?
With like
'Cause he's
just
only
giving
on
him
a
1
1
year.
year?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I feel like
makes
the
sense.
1 year.
Michael Jordan was on 1 year for almost his whole career.
Yeah.
I feel like he got the 1 year because
He's got to prove himself.
he has to
again.
prove himself again,
if
and
he
I
does,
feel like
maybe another 1 year.
yeah. Well, I feel like probably they'll give him more than 1 year after this offseason. But I also was thinking more on the track of we knew that he could produce, but last season wasn't his best season.
Yeah.
Really, and I feel like that is what made that 1 year contract because they had to think outside that one hit. If you look at his stats seasonally, you gotta like, okay, like I could give you this much, I could give you this many years, but I can't go past that because of what you actually produced.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind him being on a 1 year. I just hope that he at least gets a 3 year.
Probably will. Owner's rich. Got to get someone good to hit.
At this point, like,
It'd be mad funny if he actually comes to the opposite side.
I know. I don't
Bronx.
think he will ever will. If I'm being honest, I don't think he ever will, and that's
don't want
because
him to.
he got called up
Yeah.
as a Met, and he's been a Met for his whole career. I don't think he's gonna do that. And I've told you that when he was a free agent. I don't think
we thought he was gonna go elsewhere
we
besides the
thought
Mets.
he was
and the
going to
Yankees.
go. We thought it was going to be a swisheroo. We thought it was going to be we get Vladdy, and
and then he goes to
he goes to Blue
Blue
Jays.
Jays.
Yeah, we thought it was a switcheroo, which I still won't put that past.
which is crazy. But like,
us and our hypothesis
but
don't
like with
be
the
equally.
but like with the Yankees overall, like they've been kind of like surprising lately in the sense like,
Then
all right,
why every time I watch, Judge is struck me now?
He went 4-4 the other day.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch that game.
His average is a 4.15 with 7 home runs.
Well,
and
I
26
haven't watched
RBIs.
that game. I'm sorry. I've been paying attention to
No,
my
it's a
team.
seasonal. It's a seasonal average. 4.15.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then also like Goldschmidt's been like pretty surprising too. Well, Paul Goldschmidt.
He's producing better than I thought he would.
Yeah, I thought like Goldschmidt and like Bellinger would like be flipped. Like Bellinger would be the one to produce a little more than Goldschmidt. But
Well, didn't Bellinger get in the slump ish? Like he wasn't. doing
yeah,
best.
he also did get hurt for
Yeah.
some games too.
Oh, have
Who's
you
our
heard
left
the
fielder?
Cody?
Our left fielder is Dominguez.
Dominguez.
Dominguez has been doing
He's
pretty
a
solid.
great fielder.
Yeah,
I saw one game. He had like 2 diving catches,
Yeah.
one catch over the foul pole.
Yeah.
He's good.
yeah, like, and that was the biggest thing. Like Yankees. Another thing the Yankees fan was considering like, hey, like, what are we doing with Dominguez? If Dominguez doesn't produce, he's not a great fielder. We
Yeah.
gotta trade him. Call up Jones. Call up Lombard.
They were
Like,
gonna
what are
call
we doing?
up other people,
Yeah,
even though he's probably a prospect above a
yeah.
lot of people.
But,
They
like-
were just probably gonna call him down if I was correct.
I mean, listen, like all of our young guys are really stepping up pretty well. Ben Rice too, is up with 6 home runs on
Who's
the
your
season.
third baseman right now?
Third baseman is
Cachera?
Cabrera. Cabrera is doing
Cabrera?
pretty solid too.
Conchero.
Future captain after Judge, maybe.
I don't see that. I feel like that's a stretch.
Really?
I feel like that's a
Cabrera?
stretch.
Oswaldo Cabrera?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a
he's
stretch.
good. He could play at every position.
I feel like that's a stretch.
Who
you
I
give
remember
it
when he
to?
was a rookie.
Damn.
Who you give it to, Mike?
I mean, it depends.
After Judge.
It depends how long
After
Judge plays.
Judge,
After Judge, probably going to be someone that we don't even know right now.
I kind of feel like it'd be like either Dominguez
Dominguez.
or like Lombard. If.
I will say
And that's
Lombard.
a big if.
Who was before Judge? Just Jeter?
Jeter.
Jeter.
Yeah, so
It's the
probably
same
nobody.
thing. So it's the same thing how we're gonna
it's-
do.
Long time.
It's special.
Yeah,
to be
like
a
the Mets
Yankees
are
captain.
finally retiring
Mhm.
Ben Rice. Not
Ben Rice's number. Yo, that's crazy.
Guys.
They're retiring Ben Rice's number and he's not even on the team.
Oh
That's
my God.
great.
David, right? We're finally retiring his number, and I feel like everybody knows the door is gonna finally be named officially our captain.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Fine with that over Soto?
I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Soto is first been there long enough, and
been good. He's like one of the.
no, like he just this is his first season with the Mets. First of
Yeah.
all, so you can't even give him the position of a captain
Yeah.
because then that makes no sense.
And also things that he's been on 4 teams.
Yeah.
In like the last,
Yeah. But he did sign
2 years?
Yeah.
long-term contract. So.
I know that, but I feel like he's.
You think
They're
he'll be
not-
there the whole time?
No.
You don't think so?
I said this before too.
So where's he going next, you think?
And I feel like we said this once he stops producing.
L.A.
No, we.
That'd be mad funny.
Oh, you were laughing.
He'll
No,
be the
we
next
were
Trout.
saying. We were saying,
Did we
during
discuss
off
this?
season. Yes, we did. Probably not on pod, but probably like just
Off.
us, off pod. But we did say if he does not stay there for the full years, once he hits option to opt out, which he's like he'll be like 30 something, he'd be old.
Yeah.
We think he's gonna probably pull JD Martinez and be a hitter, like go
Just the DH.
Yeah.
DH.
I mean, I could honestly
That's
see.
what a lot of the good hitters.
Yeah.
Like, that's what
Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
Shohei.
that's
Yeah.
what we definitely see happening.
I mean, Shohei.
Can we talk
Yeah,
about
Shohei's a pitcher. So
Yeah,
Can we talk
I was gonna
about,
say Shohei's like a different
yeah.
breed.
Can we talk about how Shohei, they keep pushing back Shohei's start?
I mean,
Oh, pitching? Yeah, I think that like
I feel
I
like
think
he's
they're
not gonna
scared.
pitch. I feel like he's not gonna
maybe
pitch
they're
this
just,
season.
a lot of teams like don't take into consideration how important it is to have a good medical staff.
yeah,
Yeah.
They might just be making mistakes after mistakes. And
yeah,
Yeah.
and like we're causing like setbacks and all that.
yeah, like the Brooklyn Nets have one of the worst medical
medical
staffs in
staffs?
history.
Yeah, bro.
But
they just
no,
don't
I
care.
definitely feel like the Dodgers, like, isn't Blake Snell out right now, too?
I
Is
mean,
he
listen,
injured? I
even
think
if he
he's
is or not, they still have
they still
a great
all, but-
rotation. They're
yeah, they
so
still
deep
have a
as
great
fuck.
rotation.
Plus
But, like,
300 to win. it.
yeah.
Yeah, and I still think that they're winning it all. I don't care.
This year, next year, the year
I
after.
definitely
yeah,
say,
literally the dynasty.
No Golden State Warriors.
Oh God, no,
literally
please.
of baseball.
I was definitely saying that I feel like if he does not pitch by if he does not pitch by August, we're not seeing him ever again
Not
as a
pitching
pitcher.
this year, I don't think. At all.
He's supposed to start.
Really?
He had a start date, and they
Yeah,
kept pushing
They
it
were-
back.
Yeah, he
I
was.
thought it was 2026.
No, he was supposed to
he
pitch
was
this
rumored to
season,
start.
Mm.
and they keep pushing it back and keep pushing it back. And there's been press conference and questions
Why
over
didn't he
it.
just like
He's gonna become
not start? Just come in as a 3
The-
innings and work his way up.
well.
I mean, I think it's because like
We have seen him in social media. We've seen him take bullpen. We see he was pitching during spring training, but he didn't pitch in game.
he probably retweaked something,
Yeah.
or like the thing is
yeah,
that
the medical.
and plus also things that I feel like that the Dodgers are also scared. Like, hey, like
You're
They
gonna
just
have him
invested
back.
So much into
What happened?
him. Like they just invested so much.
Yeah.
into him.
Yeah,
and
but
like-
like you they
what is it?
did
Is it their
that.
second year with him right now? I think.
Yes.
Second or
yes. This is
Their
his second
second.
season.
yeah, it's his second season with them over what a 15-year
Yep.
tender. Like,
Yep.
I wouldn't want
You
to
think
risk.
he'll be there the whole time?
No.
So a 15-year contract means nothing, is what you guys. Are
No.
I mean, the only reason why I kind of say like,
No, I think he will be because
You think
whatever.
so?
Well, think about it.
'Cause
his
everything's
contract's different,
backloaded.
isn't
yeah,
it?
all
So-
his money is deferred.
yeah.
So the team that gets him in his last season is gonna have to finish the contract.
Yeah,
Or
that's what
regardless,
happens.
the Dodgers
So
will pay it.
no,
no.
usually
Okay,
the
so
he stays on the payroll until he is
Yes.
paid off.
so that
Because
means
the Mets had
yes.
a couple of people like
so,
that too.
So he can have. So let's say after his tender in LA, let's say if he goes to like the Yankees, let's say, the Yankees could pay him cheaper, but he's getting his like 62 whatever from the Dodgers across
So the Dodgers
each year.
they're responsible regardless.
Yes.
So why would they ever trade him?
It's literally like a 30-year
It's
like
been like
whatever.
that. We had who was it that we had?
Because it's all everything's backloaded.
Deferred, Yeah.
Yeah, the Mets had somebody like that. I keep forgetting who. Was it? Was it Thor? Was it Thor? Or was it Justin?
I'm not
Was it Justin Verlander?
I think it was just Verlander because
No,
I think that
it
was the most
Blur,
recent
It was
one.
Verlander and
Was it Scherzer?
yes, they just got off our payroll not
Yeah.
so long ago because they obviously were traded or left, and so we still paid them the rest of their contract. So if you watch, I will have to say this: if you watch MLB Network, they show it side to side. If you if you see it side to side, they show you the number, and they will show you what's coming from, like, obviously, like, the Mets are still paying this, and then
Yeah.
you can see, like, this is who's paying him now.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, I don't say that 15-year contracts are nothing. I just think in Juan Soto case, I think it's just a wait and see process. I definitely do see him maybe later down the line becoming a solid DH, because he's gonna hit or he's gonna stay as a fielder and just stay on the Mets. We don't know.
Honestly, like I could see him being a DH like, a lot sooner. Like
Yeah, probably.
You think
like
so?
probably like year 5,
He
year
doesn't-
6
I
pushing.
Not a good fielder.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I still say, and I always stand by this: if it's past 1 or 2 years, I cannot give you
no, yeah.
an accurate hypothesis.
No,
'cause
yeah, but also the thing is that
it's too
like,
far.
I think
Crazy.
the
All
only
he does is hit a baseball.
yeah. I mean,
That's
listen,
the only job.
the only thing like the only reason why I'm giving him like
Wow,
5 to 6 years.
LeBron throws a ball.
It's different though.
He also he
passes.
he also
He has to catch the ball.
he also falls on the floor a lot.
He
has to
also
flop.
he also
has to
gets
shoot
fouls
threes.
a lot.
Yeah.
Fouled a
Layups,
lot.
dunks. This guy just swing, strike out. Swing,
Yeah.
strike out.
Like the only reason why I say I can see Soto moving to DH after year 5 or 6 is because of the money. Like, hey, we paid you $750 million dollars to play the field and be at the plate. Your ass is on the field for at least a third of your contract.
That would make sense.
Exactly. Like that's
Who's
like
the current DH on the Mets?
Well, we've been switching.
Okay.
So sometimes it is Winker, sometimes is.
Fielding's fun. I don't know why he
Yeah.
just doesn't want to get better.
Well,
at
no,
fielding.
I don't think it's because of fielding. It's also Jesse Winker is an outfielder. It goes back into the predicament of position wise. So you have like our outfield's really good unless
didn't
somebody gets injured.
Didn't Soto DH for a game?
No, Soto has yet to DH for a game. He's-
Ever?
I thought he has.
On the Mets?
Yeah.
No. He's been right there in right field.
I think he's. I don't know. I've never seen him DH.
No,
Huh.
he never DH.
I thought he did for some reason.
No. But I want to say that the batting lineup for the Mets, I actually really do like it so far. I like Lindor being.
It's top heavy.
It's very.
Yeah.
It's just normal in baseball.
Yeah, it's normal. It's what. So it's Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto, Alonso, Memo, Vientos, Winker, Taylor, Beatty. I see it and my brain does, and then Singer, which is our catcher for right now. I see it changing soon,
Yeah.
very soon. Especially with Francisco Alvarez coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely do see it changing soon. I definitely see either Vientos moves up and Memo moves
Yeah.
down, and to put space for him because he's never been bottom.
Mm-hmm. You know what's crazy, Matt? For the Yankees, like, we just win.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, this is the first time the
and
Mets
we
hit,
keep
like,
winning.
yeah, and, like this is the
So
first
are
time
the
like
Mets
Mets
right now.
fans like are like gloating about like, yeah, we're winning. I'm like, yo, bro,
Am I gloating?
that's been us. That's been us the whole time.
We were just in the World Series.
Hmm.
We were just in the World Series.
And
Of
choked.
course.
And choked.
Yeah. But we made it.
And choked.
We did half the job.
The
Exactly.
Mets did a better job against Dodgers than you guys did.
Mets were one at bat away from being in the wild card.
Yes, they were.
True. I'm not gonna fight. True.
So
Anyways.
the Knicks and the Pistons.
Yeah.
That's today, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That is tonight's
Wait,
game.
is today game 3
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
today's
They're
game
split.
3.
in Detroit?
Are they in Detroit? I thought they were here.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
because
they're-
it goes
yeah,
2-2, 1-1. Game 7's the other.
2-2, 1-1.
Yeah, yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
you know, I don't know. I don't remember how these playoff shit works. It's been a while since obviously I watch basketball, but it's been a while since I watched.
Yeah.
Like last time I watched playoffs was last season,
Detroit made it,
and
so
that's
that
when I was watching like the final couple of games for the
Like the
Boston
finals?
Celtics.
Mhm.
Yeah, Detroit made it so that you have to live in Detroit
Play?
or
To
No,
see
get
it.
tickets.
or like
I
Ohio
hate
or
that
something
move.
like that.
Yeah.
Or just Michigan. I don't know.
I
Something
hate
like that.
that
To buy
marketing
tickets.
move. I hate that marketing
But it makes
move.
sense because the Knicks are the richest fan base and they're gonna travel to watch the games.
Yeah, and
So-
and
Talking, yeah,
and
true,
Knicks
'cause it's
fans
New York.
and Knicks fans roll deep.
They will
too.
travel. Like
100%.
a Miami Heat
Ev-
game is literally a
every
home
New
game for
York-
the Knicks.
Yeah.
Every New York team
It's just because it's
fan
a big
base
market.
would travel.
Mm-hmm.
Like St. John's. There was
Yeah.
Yeah.
big. Brunson's a foul baiter. Brunson's a foul baiter.
Yeah.
It was so nice watching Kawhi Leonard play after Brunson.
Yeah.
I'm happy that Kawhi's not injured anymore.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard.
Bridges
It's his
still
first time
on
he's
the
healthy in
net?
what, 4 years, I think?
4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Is
or
Bridges
playoffs.
is Michael Bridges
No,
still on the?
no.
Wait,
On the Nets?
Mikal?
On the
He's on
Nets?
the Knicks.
He's
on
on the
the
Knicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on the Knicks.
I know he's not on the Nets. I
You
know
just, you just said the Nets.
because that was the last team he was on.
I know.
I'm sorry, as a Nets fan, it still hurts that he left.
No, it doesn't. He sucks.
Not at all.
He does suck, yeah, but he was doing good.
I mean, listen, I can't say because I root for both. I root for both teams
I respect that. I respect that.
because Darren Williams is my favorite player of all time.
Mhm.
Love Darren Williams.
But you're just a Knicks fan because
I was a Knicks fan when I was so I started off as a Knicks fan when I was a kid,
Me too.
and then the Nets came to town. Darren Williams came over from Utah, my favorite player in like the NBA at the time.
Or, yeah, Brook
I was more of
Lopez.
a Williams fan.
I
over
went to a
Lopez fan.
Nets Knicks game where Brooke played against his brother Robin when Robin was on the Knicks.
Oh, that's funny.
A good game.
It was fun.
Not gonna lie.
And then ever since then, like I've been like both teams to
All
be
right,
honest.
playoff bracket.
But-
Hey, I have it up.
But like
For NBA?
Yeah.
and also Jalen Brunson getting clutch player of the year.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. And like it's
well
rightfully
deserved.
deserved.
Yeah, it's well
Do you
deserved.
think the Knicks are gonna get past?
Yeah, I think they will get past the Pistons. And then
Yeah.
Who do they
Do
play
you-
after that? If they do,
It will be whoever wins between Celtics and
so it's gonna be Celtics.
Yeah. I want that rematch. A healthy rematch.
Celtics versus Knicks. Yeah, because
I want
that's
that
what
healthy.
made them. Yeah, right. That was what made them go to the conference finals. You see, guys,
Yeah.
I played them too.
The Jason Tatum had a wrist injury.
Yes,
and-
this is the first time he's not playing in a.
Yeah. Playoff game?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, he
okay.
has played 114 games in every single playoff game.
And
Yeah.
they still won without him. So
This is
they're
the only
just gonna
one.
beat the Magic. Like, there's no question about it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the
It's the
Magic's
Magic.
made it.
I mean the Magic are pretty
like-
good,
I'm
but
surprised the Magic and the Pistons made it.
I'm not that surprised by the Pistons, especially about like their draft last year. I'm not too surprised about the
But they were
Pistons.
the worst team in history last year. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, yeah, true.
Like in history. They lost 22 games in a
There
row.
were the
Yeah.
A's and the Colorados of,
yeah, literally.
of
I mean that shows like how fast like
Basketball.
a team could turn it around. Like what one player
Just
could do to turn it
culture.
around. Yeah, exactly.
in any sport.
yeah.
Mhm.
But
But like
Like
Do you
the
thi-
Giants are just gonna be the best team next year.
all right.
yeah,
All right. But no, but like I'm honestly not surprised with the Magic because like Apollo Banchero, Franz
Yeah,
Wagner.
they have a good team.
Yeah, they're
Just not this year.
yeah,
Maybe 2 years from now.
exactly. Like this is just to say, okay, like this is your first time here. Like it's a step in the right direction, 100%.
Like,
Because
let's
then,
learn from
it's
this
improvement.
and improve. Yep, I agree.
and like I do think that they can kind of give a run to their money to the Celtics, but like especially with Tatum being out, you could literally let
And they still
Banchero take
But
over
Celtics
completely.
are just like Even
They-
with
they're
without
deep.
him, they're
They're
like.
6 men
as
of the year.
fuck.
Payne Pritchard.
Okay,
Yeah.
who is your predictions for NBA Finals?
For the finals.
Or should I just go to like
No.
conference?
The finals is cool.
Yeah.
Like
I
two
like the
teams
early
who are gonna
predictions.
make it, and then the winner.
Yeah.
In the East,
Um,
probably Cavaliers.
You think?
I could see the Cavs or the Knicks. Like I'm
No,
just. I mean.
the Knicks.
Huh?
I mean the
Why
only.
am I the only one who's thinking
They just lost to
Celtics?
Detroit.
Why am I the only
The
one
Knicks
thinking
lost to
Celtics?
Detroit. Yeah, either Celtics or Cavs.
I mean, listen. The only reason why I'm kind of saying the Knicks is because I kind of feel like
He
that.
wants he.
I
he
can see it happening.
I
Just
don't.
not this year.
I don't see it
Yeah,
happening.
I mean, I kind of feel like all the pieces are in the right place except for like the bench, and the bench has to play like a little more. But you know how Thibodeau likes to play his starting five like 38 to 40 minutes a night, and that's kind of
And it's
costly.
even more
and
amplified in the playoffs.
yeah,
I
and we saw that last year when Brunson went down during the was it the Pacers game?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Because I remember we all they all just started dropping like flies.
Oh
And-
yeah. And
Yeah, and
that's
then they
because
went to
just
go play
the whole
yes, and
season, the regular
yeah, and then they went to go play the Celtics.
season.
But like, I do think the Knicks do need a deeper bench because like I do think the starting five is
Well, I feel like
As-
they would have a deeper bench if they let players develop in the regular season.
yeah,
Give them more minutes, but that just doesn't happen.
yeah.
But in the West, probably
I think the Thunder.
They're just
Thunder's
very
too good, man. They're awesome.
Thunder is almost
Shea, Jalen Williams,
okay. Oh,
they're
Chet.
insane.
Casey.
yeah,
Yeah.
Chet Holmgren.
Even more players. J Dub,
Yeah.
Williams,
I want to.
Alex Caruso.
Can I
Like,
say
they're
the
just so deep.
Nuggets?
Yeah, Nuggets are also very good.
Because I
Nuggets are
feel like
pretty good.
it's gonna be a Nuggets Celtics. Just because like what?
Again.
Was it Nuggets?
It wasn't.
No,
it was Nuggets,
it? It was Celtics and
Celtics,
Clippers.
Warriors.
No?
No.
for
Celtics, Warriors, then
finals. Am I the only one thinking it was it? No, tell me I'm not wrong.
Mavericks.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're all wrong.
Mavericks.
That's crazy.
When did the Nuggets who they play against?
Nuggets were 23, I think.
Big.
Nuggets Heat, right?
Yes.
Yes.
See, so like you know,
But no,
Yes.
I think the
23 is
Nuggets,
Nuggets seats.
they're very good.
I
when
think
Jokic
it
plays.
might be Nugs and Celtics.
It depends on how good Jokic's supporting staff is.
Yeah.
True.
Because Jokic does so much. I think he's one
He
of the best players of all
carries.
time.
Yeah.
He's
Unfortunately.
definitely.
Why, unfortunately?
I don't know.
I feel like he's getting up there
That's fine.
with
It's
like.
just opinion.
Yeah, and plus, like, I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like that we've seen like
It's because it's boring.
yeah, like we've seen the triple double like MVP every year with like
Do you
with Westbrook
what's
back
happening
in
with
back
the
in the
Warriors?
Was
back with the Thunder, and then
There's-
like
Jimmy Butler got injured.
Yeah.
He fell really bad. He was
Really?
like here, and he fell on his like his
That's
back,
crazy.
lower
'cause-
back.
yeah,
I'm only asking because
Bad injury.
Nah,
it's the
yeah.
the Western Conference. That's where they at. But it's been a while since I've heard their names in like.
the Warriors have been like kind of
Media.
sneaky
Well,
good.
they beat the Rockets in their home court, and the
Yeah.
Rockets are the 2 seed.
Yeah,
Mm.
they're sneaky good
But
this year. Did
With
you
Jimmy out? I don't know.
did you see how like Jalen Green, Fred VanVleet were all holding Curry, and then he
Yeah.
still didn't call it a foul,
And
which
you
is
saw that
yeah.
like
Anthony
literally
Da-
pulling his shorts sideways.
He's-
Like, yo, what are you doing?
They
And
talked
he's still-
about it on the broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's a foul.
I
That's
believe
crazy.
Anthony Davis has been saying that he wants to go back to LA
Makes sense.
The Lakers?
to the Lakers.
I think it's still too late for that.
He's like he wants to play with
Delusional.
he wants to play with DeLuca. He wants to play with
Yo.
LeBron.
I want to play with Luka
He wants to
LeBron
play,
too.
he said
Yo,
he wants
you
to play with
kidding? The
LeBron
fuck?
again.
The fuck?
Nah.
But
there's no
honestly,
way.
but I don't think that will ever happen because I just don't think it will happen. Like I don't. There's no knowledge behind my brain there. I just don't think it will happen.
Did you guys see they asked Nico Harrison on the Mavericks? They asked him why shouldn't he get fired for trading away Luka?
Yeah.
Yes,
And his response
bro.
was,
When I saw the Mavs like tribute to him,
it's like
I
he
low-key-
died.
am I the only person in the world who did not want him to go to like?
I think the whole of city of the Dallas is with you. on
I
that.
don't even think Luca wanted to go.
No, yeah, he was
I don't
crying.
even. Luca didn't know.
He didn't want to go. Like he literally said like during an interview, he was like, when
He
they
pushed back his start.
no.
Yeah.
When
They
He
pushed
was
back
supposed
his
to
start.
go on a trip, and Nico asked him to go on the trip. Luca denied. The next time he heard from Nico was the trade.
Damn. I didn't know that.
And
Crazy.
then, and
But
then
he did. Luca did go on an interview about the whole like situation.
Yeah, with
and then
Malika Andrews.
yeah,
I don't like her at all.
and then she asked him. She was like, "Were you planning to like say that throughout your career?" He's like, "That's not even a question."
Yeah, of course.
Which is
yeah,
and,
I
like,
don't
he-
feel
he-
like
I feel like he just fits the Mavericks, considering like they're known for like.
Well, they made him. He was
they
there.
made him. I know the Luca from the Mavs.
I mean, it's between that and plus like they're known to have great like
Dirk.
foreigner players, like being Dirk,
Yes.
and it's like you went from the legendary Dirk Nowitzki to now legendary
LeBron James.
no to foreign players
Oh, foreign person.
to another foreign homegrown built
Luka.
Maverick being Luca.
The
Like
Yeah.
crazy thing is they had Brunson, Porzingis, and Luca, and now
All
they
in
have
the same
neither
team.
of them.
Yeah.
Now they have Kyrie, Anthony Davis, and Derek Lively.
yeah,
It's a good
Like-
big three, but they're just not playing.
And
They got
yeah,
Big
and like
injury issues.
and like literally, and plus wasn't Brunson and Luca in the same draft class too?
Yeah, they
That-
got drafted.
that's
Luca was third,
wild.
Brunson was second round. I think.
That's wild to think about. By the way,
Yeah, there's a photo
what
of
they
them with
could have
both their
been.
jerseys. Well, I don't think Brunson would have fully developed into the
Nah,
player
no
he
way,
is.
no shot.
Did you say he had a bad contract when he signed to the Knicks? Were you one of those that said
No.
his contract were
No.
overpaid?
No, because the thing is that his last season, like, so during the playoff run before his last season there, then his last season, and then the playoff run during that year, I do think that that money was deserved because at some points he was like, he was running the offense efficiently, and like, I feel like he was able to facilitate a lot better on the nights where like Luka couldn't, considering like he would get like double teamed and like have the best defender on him. But like still, I do think that contract was deserved at the time. Like
So,
regardless,
just
like it's like a
casually.
long shot, and I think that was what
It's a
was
gamble.
needed. Yeah, I think that was what was needed with the Knicks, like a new culture, new identity, and stuff like that.
Now it's like the best contract that the NBA.
The best bargain
Yeah, and he
contract,
lost
and he
money.
resigned.
Yeah, for less than he was supposed to.
Yep,
All right, F1. There's
That's-
no F1.
that's
There's
a
no
r-
F1
that's a
this
real team player right
week.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
There was
isn't.
last week, and then next week we could next week talk about it. 'cause
Yeah,
then
next
that's
week
it follows. There's
Yeah, next week we could cover
there's a
F1.
race.
So who's going first in the draft? Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Oh,
Two?
Yes.
so
Two- oh,
today
okay.
is the NFL draft.
How long from now?
It's at 8
8
o'clock.
o'clock.
Okay, so one is definitely Ward, two Hunter.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
To where? Wait, who's
Browns.
drafted? And then who's number
Wait,
one?
wait, wait.
Ti-
I forgot the
okay, so-
order. Who's
okay, ready?
wait,
So
well,
Ti-
who's where?
Ready? Got this. Ready? Titans are 1, Cam Ward. Browns are 2, Hunter. Giants at 3. It's either between Abdul Carter or Shador, but I'm leaning more
I
towards
think it's
Carter.
Carter.
I think it's leading towards Carter. 4 is
Patriots. I have
the
it
Patriots,
5
which is
is
going. Wait,
Giants.
hold on.
Mock
Wait,
draft?
hold on. Which
Oh.
is
A
well,
mock draft.
no, just a dra-
Oh,
yeah.
Just the line.
So
should find out mock draft.
So 4, I think, is going to be Will Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
5 is the Jaguars.
Jaguars.
I think that's going to be Mason Graham.
6
6 is
Raiders.
the Raiders. I think Genti's going 6. 7 to the Jets. I think it's definitely probably going to be Membu, which is all line, or Tyler Warren, depending on if we trade back or not.
Don't they need a quarterback?
Jets,
8.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fields.
8 is the
Oh.
You
Panthers.
paid Fields too much. Panthers, I think it's going to be Walker.
9 is Saints.
Saints are definitely going quarterback. So that's either going to be Shador or Jackson Dart.
Depending
Um,
on where the Giants go.
If okay,
The
so
Giants pick Shador, it's gonna be Dart.
Uh,
Jackson Dart.
so my rankings, I don't have Shador in the top 20
Oh.
picks.
Damn.
He's terrible. He is very overrated, and
he's
it's
also small.
he's the same size as Purdy.
Oh, he's short.
Purdy's
He is
also
short
not that
king.
good.
Purdy's like 6'3", but he's a system guy though.
Oh,
but that's
not,
different.
That's not short.
And he
king.
was Mr.
That's not
Irrelevant
short
too.
king.
Yeah, and I
So,
mean, he didn't do
But
good
like
last
I do think Shador, like, the only reason why he's this big is because of his dad's name, and like his play style. I do not like his play style at all. I'm sorry, and there is a reason why.
It's good for college.
Can't
Yeah, and
wait
plus
to talk
and-
about-
Wait, hold on. And plus, there is a reason why, after Shador's pro day, 10 minutes after, the Titans had canceled Shador's visit to the facility 10 minutes after the pro day. They know something was up. They did not like the way he played and the way he performed, and I do not blame them at all because I do not think he is that guy.
Do you guys?
I don't like him.
Do you guys follow the WNBA? Their draft just happened.
Yeah, I saw Buckers went first.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paige.
That's the only
That
person like I know.
turnaround. I feel like female college athletes don't get recognized about the turnaround they have to do. Paige won the beginning of April.
Yeah, it is fast.
Oh, wait.
A championship. The NCAA championship.
Now she's training with her new
Now
Yeah.
to go to the draft, to then now go to
Wait.
Dallas Wings. To then she plays her first spring training game.
Yeah.
At the end, like soon, very
Wait,
soon.
Who's
next week.
Angel Reese's teammate at LSU that got drafted to the same team as her?
Haley
Uh,
something.
Yeah,
Haley.
Haley.
Went to like TSU, is it?
I think it's Haley. I don't remember her last name. Hold up, let me pull
It's
it
like
up.
foreign last name.
Yeah.
Is it with a V? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they had like beef or something on LSU.
Oof.
Yeah.
Was it?
I think that's why someone left. Like, I don't know.
No, that's not from the same team. That's not from the same team. I forget which team Angel Reese is in, guys. I'm so sorry.
Chicago Sky.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's TCU.
TCU.
Haley Van Leith. Is
Yeah.
it her?
Yeah, that's her. It starts with a V.
Van Leith.
Van Lith.
Leith. She's probably no, these females athletes, I give props to them like crazy because that turnaround is crazy.
Yeah, like I
I-
can never
Just don't have
explain
any
Like
that.
the
time to
closest
process.
to it is that it's NHL. NHL do draft players while they're still playing college.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which is
College
absurd.
hockey, but that's just
Doesn't baseball do the same thing?
no. I think baseball waits for the season to be over.
Yeah, because of Paul Skeens.
Yeah.
I mean, he was.
He
drafted
waited
after.
after he was drafted after.
Okay. I don't know why I thought baseball was like that too, but I definitely knew hockey was.
Because they
Yeah.
don't go right away into playing. That's why they
Mhm.
thought that.
Right.
So
Every
I
other
just find
sport they
that
do,
crazy. But like
except for
people
hockey and that.
people
Mhm.
were downgrading it like they only play what 41 games?
What, hockey?
No, the
No,
women's.
WNBA.
Yeah, they play 41,
Yeah.
right? So
They play a lot less.
They
than
play
the
a lot
NBA.
less, yeah. So people were saying, "Oh yeah, but then she like it's not that big of a deal because they played less." But I'm like, look at Paige for example, win March Madness, go to the draft the following week,
Yeah. That's kinda
leave
nuts.
to Dallas Wings. She's already there. They're already, the team is already making social media stuff.
Yeah, she's got to be there.
Um,
Legit. After she gets drafted. After you take your photos with your family, celebrate a little bit, your ass is on that flight.
Yes.
The private jet's
What's her
coming
name?
over.
What's her name? She got
I
drafted
don't think she took a
14.
private jet.
What up?
I mean, listen, maybe the owners.
No, I don't know.
You guys
man.
are crazy.
I think they don't. I think they charter.
All right.
Oh.
So it was the Vikers. My fault. Her name is Shania Stellers.
Mm-hmm.
Her she has the Golden State Valkyries. There you go. I had to say the last.
That's a new team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They now play in the same.
I like the name.
Yeah,
I like it
I
too.
just like expansion.
Yeah, they play in
Yeah,
Golden State
good for the sport.
court. But for example, she is one of them where she doesn't play for. She didn't play in she left March Madness.
Was there only one expansion team or was it two?
There was two. I
Two.
think.
I don't remember the second
Valkyries
one.
and something else.
Yeah.
Was it the? No, it wasn't the Supersonics team.
Was it the C? This is starts with a C. It's no, not the Connecticut Suns.
They've been around.
They've been around. Is it LA Sparkers?
They've been
Sparks?
around.
No, they've been around.
Well, anyways,
you know
but
what's
let me finish
crazy?
my
Toronto.
story, guys.
Oh, so it's the Golden State this year. Next year it's Toronto Tempo, and then 26, and then also Portland.
I am so excited
That's
to
what it
see.
is.
I
I think Kansas City should deserves a team, man.
They're a big
Oh.
football team.
they're
Yeah.
big football.
I mean,
people.
I do feel like that's something like Patrick Mahomes would invest into, because I think he did come out and say that too. That he
Well.
because he's invested into the Royals.
For a WNBA team,
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, okay, back
we
to
could
my
use a second team.
story,
New York-
guys.
New York could use a second team.
To have two
You think?
We have 2 in every sport.
besides
That's true.
WNBA. We have the Liberties.
What would you call it though?
That's the problem.
New
New
York
York-
Rats.
You go to New York Liberties to New York Rats.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's the
Matthew.
subway rap.
No, I
No.
don't. Let's see. I don't think it would be like a New York thing.
New
I
York
think it would be like
crackheads.
Brooklyn.
I think New
The New York
Jersey.
crack-
Well, I
Crackheads.
mean, we can't do Brooklyn. Liberty already play there. It would probably have to
Yeah.
be. Well, they might
I say I
move
think
Liberty to
Jersey.
MSG.
Yeah.
And Prudential Center.
I feel like it will be Jersey that will get a team. They'll be closest to New York, so it'll technically be like that weird in between, like how MetLife is. Like those two teams are New York teams, but they play in Jersey. I feel like it's gonna go into that territory if it happens.
You know the South Carolina women's basketball head coach,
Yes,
Dawn Stacy.
yes,
She played in the WNBA.
Yeah.
While at the same time
Coaching
coaching Temple
Temple.
University. So like
she
that's
should.
wild. That's wild.
that
I
turnaround,
love-
I don't know if it affects women as much because like they're just like grinders.
Yeah.
Thank
Dawn
you, thank you,
Stacy,
thank
that
you.
was just like crazy.
Bro.
Yeah. That's kind. That's
Coach
kind of.
and play at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Unheard
that's
of.
wild.
Back
That
to
is
my.
pretty wild.
Well, I
That's a legend.
took
She's a Philly legend. She's from
Yeah.
Philly.
I
Oh,
played.
she is.
Yeah.
I
Oh, wow.
coached right
Temple's in
after I
Philly.
finished playing, but technically I was kind of like an assistant manager in my last season when I played softball outside. I was like the assistant manager, but then I started coaching right after I
Yeah.
finished. So it's kind of like I guess normal. I guess that transition.
Yeah.
I guess it's normal.
like it
But back
kinda
to
is.
my story with Shania Stellars, right? So the week before the draft, she gets engaged. Then she goes to the draft. Then she was in obviously LA, 'cause the Buccaneers. Then she went to Arizona for because she did like this training thing there.
Okay.
And then now she's back to New Jersey to then go to pack her bags and then go back to LA. And that's in the month. That's not crazy.
You know.
It's work.
It's work, but
they
it's still
haven't-
for me.
yeah,
It's just still
I
crazy.
mean, like-
the turnarounds of like
No, I know
everything, especially now with when it gets to the NBA, it goes quick.
that. Yeah.
Like the first season game is.
I mean, I kind of feel like
May?
that's like with like every like rookie.
It's not
to an
that
extent.
fast though.
Yeah, like
Like
it's
college,
like
they
if you
sucked
said-
away for the NBA playoffs and
Yeah.
after March Madness.
like if you said like 2 weeks span, all right, then that's insanity. But like a month's
Just
not that
because
bad.
It's not the college fault. It's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
WNBA fault.
It's
It's because they don't run their season at the same time as the NBA.
Exactly.
Well, I feel like it makes it kind of harder because then if you run it at the same time as the NBA season, how's the girls gonna use the court? Think about that.
But, like,
Especially in New York.
well,
We have MSG and Barclay Center, and Liberty uses Barclay
Yes, because MSG was too expensive.
because MSG is too expensive.
But also,
But
like-
so how would all two teams have 2 seasons? Make sure that they schedule their games and that other team games.
I mean, they do it all the time.
But I feel like it
March
wouldn't.
Madness is in NBA arenas.
I know, but I feel
like-
like that wouldn't happen for WNBA.
Well, the reason is because of viewership. If they were to compete at the same time,
The
then
women's would get no views.
yeah, I agree. But
Mhm.
then,
Like women's already
then
barely
we-
get views.
the issue is the turnaround time. So you gotta just pick your poison.
Yeah.
I feel like okay.
Which I feel like
this
the
will be.
turnaround time is less of an issue than like promoting the actual sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like personally, my hypothesis is that they should start. So what? March Madness last game was what? Somebody search it up.
It was like the 14th
The 14th of April.
April.
About a week and a half ago.
Yes. So the 14th of April.
Oh,
The
wait,
draft was the
Then
following
it was,
week.
It was like maybe the 8th or something. It
Yeah.
was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Somewhere there, I feel like their draft should be in May. Their season
Yeah.
starts push it back a little. Their season starts June. Or
what
late-
season? The
WNBA.
So you're talking about change the men's draft to May?
No.
Oh,
Females. Move the females down. Down. Move the draft down. So it doesn't interfere with March Madness. After like not to have it as close as how it was this year.
Isn't it like that every year?
I
though?
don't think it interfered with March Madness though. Like it was after March Madness.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
after March Madness, but it was a week.
Yeah.
Not even a week.
When does the WNBA season start?
That's a great question. I think is it May 2nd? Yeah, May May? Is it May? Is it May 2nd? May 16th. Push it down.
Well,
push.
it depends on the
There's
team.
just no solution to it.
It's weird.
The reasoning is because
preseason.
WNBA starts.
Preseason games is beginning of
Preseason's
May.
second.
Yeah.
But the actual season starts the 16th.
That's crazy. I don't know.
Is it-
There's no win,
But
lose.
but like, that's a month and a half span though.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, but like not to the people who are in the Final Four in, sorry. Like when you start thinking about NCAA, like
but they do play a lot less games.
they do play a lot less
So it's a
games,
lot
which is
less
technically
taxing.
the bad things. But then
So it's less
Paige
physical.
already signed for a team in winter. Is it winter or after the NBA, the
For what? Like
WNBA?
Olympics?
It has.
I think it's after.
That
It's
has to be
after-
after that.
It's after the
season.
WNBA season. She signed
For what?
to play with another team.
Yeah.
Like a different league.
Okay.
It's
So
a different league.
yes.
Yes.
So okay. So the thing is that you're
She
allowed.
doesn't need any rest. bro.
Okay.
Th-
So
that's what
she's-
I'm saying.
she's a
That's what
freaking
I'm
monster.
saying.
so the thing is that also
Love her girlfriend.
they said that so WNBA players are allowed to sign with foreign teams, like
Mm.
what happened with Griner, and because she was on the Russian team,
Mhm.
and
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's
so
right.
sh-
Because they don't get paid.
yeah, so
how
like
much
they're
they have
allowed to, because I think Paige's salary is like 78,000.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark's is like the same.
Yeah, but like also the thing is that they're allowed to like have another income through like basketball, like,
Professional on a
yes,
different- yeah.
yes, in order for them to like have a more affordable like living or like
But
Just
I
out
don't
of, like,
think she's
ple-
doing it
pleasure
for the
too.
money.
yeah,
She doesn't need it.
yeah,
Probably paying her like 40K.
No, they're not paying her a lot, but
She just likes basketball.
Yeah.
clearly, because then she has.
and then also the thing is that
like December, January.
and plus also
February
I
to
think
break?
that I think their seasons are a little bit longer overseas. I want to
Overseas?
say, and then
I
al-
wouldn't-
As long as it
wouldn't
doesn't
doubt it.
interfere, I don't think it matters.
yeah, and then also the thing is that like the reason why players do also play like overseas is because so they could keep their body like fresh and stuff like that,
Okay,
and like
but like
instead of like
Homegirl just
giving
won.
No break is crazy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Homegirl just won March Madness. That goes into my like, girl, you just won March Madness and you're jumping. Girl, give a minute. Like, recognize like shit. I want number one in draft, which I feel like everybody knew she was gonna go number one.
Yeah, but like I think people like that, they can't have a rest.
You don't
Yeah.
think so?
They're just
because they have
they
to
need to be on all the time.
yeah, and
They just resting
I-
feels like hell to them.
yes, and plus especially like like you're the first overall pick in the draft, like you have higher expectations out of everybody else.
Caitlin Clark was first overall.
Yeah,
And look at that season.
and she's fucking awesome.
Yeah, she's
Wait,
a
but
smart player.
who did they draft?
Who?
Fever.
Yeah.
I don't think they had a
I-
first round pick this year.
No.
I wanna say
were
that they didn't.
7th? Yes, they were 7th and 8th
Who'd they draft?
of the second round, but I don't know if they have
Oh,
any
They
were
didn't-
first.
didn't.
They didn't.
They
They're
didn't.
not first.
I was about to say they didn't have a first round
They
pick.
didn't have a first round pick. They were definitely
They definitely had this
second round.
second rounds. Yeah,
They
Michaela
drew-
Thompson and
no,
Bree Hall,
Yup.
and then they also
So
had
two a
Yvonne.
guard and a forward.
Yes, and they also had Yvonne Elgin,
Really?
which is 33. They had 19, 20.
Which one
33.
in third round?
It was in-
'Cause she's not. Yeah, those third rounds. She was
yes.
Giovanni Injin. She's a forward from Canada.
Ijim.
Injum coming from Canada.
Actually, no,
What
she's
team in
from
college?
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga?
Yeah.
The college?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
Do
from
you guys know where
Gonzaga.
that is?
Canada.
No, Gonzaga.
Oh,
Isn't-
wait.
Don't look it up.
Oh fuck. You know what's crazy? I was actually talking about Gonzaga before.
Look at him.
I think it's in Washington.
I'm
I
just looking
think
about
it
who's
is.
New York
Yeah.
City.
It's crazy. They're just known for basketball.
Yeah. Wait,
like a
hold on.
fake school.
Now. Yes, it's in Washington State.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was about to say,
That's
like,
why they play in the WCC.
and that is a wrap for this week's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and tune in for next week for more. Thanks.